When Japan executes criminals by hanging, 3 wall buttons are simultaneously pressed by 3 different people, so none of them know who opened the trapdoor. In 2018, Jérôme Hamon became the first person to undergo a second face transplant after complications with anti-rejection medication led to the failure of his first transplant. Dr. Laurent Lantieri initially performed the first transplant at Paris's Georges Pompidou Hospital in 2010. Hamon had a genetic condition that disfigured his face with tumors. When the tissue began to fail in November 2017, Lantieri removed it. In January 2018, Hamon received a second face transplant after a new donor became available. Jérôme Hamon passed away in April 2024, aged 49. Get ready to have your mind blown with these shocking and scary facts. Did you know that a cockroach can live for several weeks without its head? That's right. Even without its head, a cockroach can still survive. Did you know that a single bolt of lightning can reach temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun? New York's water journey hides a scary and morbid history. In the 19th century, the city's water supply was so contaminated, it led to deadly cholera outbreaks, killing thousands. The construction of the Croton Aqueduct in 1842 was marred by dangerous working conditions, causing numerous worker deaths. The Gilded Age's corruption saw scandals where officials profited while citizens suffered. Today, NYC's clean water masks a past filled with disease, death, and deceit. When the Bretschwey family decided to insulate their home in Auburn, Pennsylvania, in 2015, they discovered that it had already been infested with scores of dead animal carcasses. An expert attributed the rotting animals in their walls to powwow or Dutch magic, a ritual originating in the culture of Pennsylvania Dutch to treat ailments and gain physical and spiritual protection. The Pennsylvania Dutch were a group of German-speaking settlers to Pennsylvania in the 1600s and 1700s and are of Lutheran, Mennonite, and Amish faiths. The mold found on the rotting carcasses in the Bretschwey's home has caused illness among the family members, and they say that the odor hasn't gone away. Andre Cortez Harris's mugshot is going viral recently. Due to his facial features, he was booked at the Chicago Police Department. This is a photograph of child actor Joe Pickler performing in the 2001 film Beethoven's Fourth. After his acting career, Pickler returned to his hometown of Bremerton, Washington to finish school. However, on January 6, 2006, Pickler vanished and has not been seen since. As of 2024, the case remains unsolved and Pickler remains missing. This incredible footage shows the moment a woman miraculously survives as a water tank falls directly on top of her. What if the person next door harbored the darkest of secrets? The Golden State Killer, a name that sends shivers down the spine, terrorized California for over a decade with a spree of horrifying crimes. From 1974 to 1986, the Golden State Killer committed at least 13 murders, 50 rapes, and over 100 burglaries. He would break into homes at night, binding his victims before assaulting and killing them. For years, he evaded capture, leaving a trail of fear and despair. Finally, in 2018, DNA evidence revealed his identity. Joseph D'Angelo, a former police officer, proving that even those sworn to protect can harbor monstrous darkness. This photo shows the last moments of Sharath Kumar, a young Indian influencer who slipped and fell into the Arasinagundi Falls in India while recording a video for social media. The Morbid almond water pool is said to be haunted by the spirits of those who drowned there. The water, once clear, turned dark and murky, and locals report hearing eerie whispers and seeing ghostly apparitions near the pool at night. The haunting tales and tragic history make it a chilling, morbid location. The Kuykendall family phone stalker mystery revolves around relentless anonymous calls plaguing the family. Unexplained threats and eerie messages escalate, creating an atmosphere of fear. Despite investigations, the identity of the stalker remains elusive, deepening the unsettling enigma. In the late 1500s, over 100 settlers in the Roanoke colony mysteriously vanished without a trace. When their governor returned to the site in 1590, the entire colony was deserted. The only clue? The word Croatoan carved into a post. Scarily, no bodies or signs of a struggle were ever found, leaving historians puzzled. Some believe the colonists were killed or abducted, while others think they assimilated with local tribes. Morbidly, eerie legends suggest something far darker happened. To this day, no one knows for sure what became of Roanoke, making it one of history's creepiest unsolved disappearances. Winter Swan Miller brutally stabbed 62-year-old veteran Stuart Crocker 27 times, strangled him, and recorded a disturbing video claiming she felt no remorse. After the offing, she casually bought a McMuffin before fleeing. Police found Stuart's body along with chilling notes left by Winter Swan Miller. She was arrested a week later and sentenced to life in prison in August 2024 with a minimum of 23 years. Daniela Poggiali, an Italian nurse, was accused of offing 38 patients after an autopsy on 78-year-old Rosa Calderoni revealed dangerously high potassium levels. Police later found photos on Poggiali's phone showing her posing with deceased patients. Within a 3-month period, 38 of her 86 patients had died. Poggiali was initially convicted of offing 2 patients, but was exonerated in 2021 after a reanalysis of the hospital's mortality data revealed other factors. In January 2023, Italy's Supreme Court found her not guilty. In 1955, Zara Aboutalib, pregnant at the time, hurried to the hospital for a C-section, but left abruptly after witnessing another woman passing away from the same procedure. Experiencing pain for the following days, the discomfort eventually ceased, and she just continued with her life as if everything was normal. However, nearly 46 years later, she was diagnosed with a tumor. Further examination revealed that the tumor was, in fact, the calcified remains of her unborn baby, a consequence of an ectopic pregnancy where the fetus grows outside the uterus. Imagine spending years on death row for a crime you didn't commit. It's the terrifying reality for some. Take Anthony Ray Hinton, for instance. He spent 30 years on death row for 2 murders he didn't commit, all because of faulty ballistics evidence. Or Cameron Todd Willingham, executed in 2004 for allegedly setting a fire that killed his children. Later, experts said the fire wasn't even arson. The most chilling part, for every 9 executions, 1 person has been exonerated. These cases expose a broken system where innocent lives are gambled with, and some never make it out alive. On November 23, 1983, a peculiar and tragic event unfolded at the Condor Club in San Francisco. The club, renowned for its exotic dancers, became the scene of a fatal accident involving a bouncer and his girlfriend. James "Jimmy the Beard" Ferozzo, a longtime employee of the club, was engaged in intimate relations with his girlfriend, Teresa Hill, atop a grand piano suspended from the ceiling by a hydraulic motor. The piano, originally a prop used by the famous stripper Carol Doda, was unexpectedly activated during their encounter. As the piano ascended towards the ceiling, Ferozzo and Hill were caught off guard. Sadly, Ferozzo was fatally crushed between the piano and the ceiling. Hill, being smaller in size than Ferozzo, survived the incident. The scariest places on the planet encompass haunted sites with chilling reputations. Bran Castle in Romania, linked to Dracula lore, sends shivers down spines. The Winchester Mystery House's labyrinthine design fuels ghostly tales. The catacombs of Paris, lined with bones, create a macabre ambiance. These locations stir fear through dark histories, supernatural legends, or unsettling atmospheres, drawing both thrill seekers and the bravest adventurers. In 2011, Anthony Garcia was convicted of first-degree murder for a 2004 shooting at a liquor store in Pico Rivera. Garcia had avoided arrest for 4 years until he was picked up by police for driving with a suspended license in 2008. Because Garcia appeared to be an active member of the Rivera 13 gang, police snapped pictures of his tattoos along with his mugshot. Detective Sergeant Kevin Lloyd was looking through pictures of his tattoos when he discovered one of the tattoos depicted Garcia gunning down John Juarez in the liquor store from 2004. The tattoo was so accurate that the cop called it a crime scene sketch and a confession. Garcia's tattoo artist even matched the trajectory of the bullets. Garcia was eventually sentenced to 65 years to life in prison. What if love turned deadly? The chilling story of Kanai Kijima, known as the Konkatsu Killer, is a terrifying tale of deceit and murder in the pursuit of romance. From 2007 to 2009, Kanai Kijima lured wealthy men through dating websites, only to poison them for their money. Her victims, found dead under suspicious circumstances, initially appeared to have died of natural causes. Kijima's cold, calculated actions shocked Japan as she was convicted of 3 murders. Her case is a morbid reminder of the dark side of online dating, where trust can turn into a fatal trap. Haunted houses like the Amityville Horror House and the Winchester Mystery House are steeped in dark histories. Sites of gruesome murders, suicides, and mysterious deaths, they are said to be plagued by restless spirits. Visitors report ghostly apparitions, chilling whispers, and objects moving on their own. These macabre residences embody the lingering dread of past tragedies.